Dude, have you seen this pedal, the 30 volt overdrive?
No, I haven't.
It's freaking sick.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Pete Thorn. Welcome to my studio. We're here to look at the 30 volt overdrive from Freaking Sick Electronics. Freaking sick. See the little green guy on there? He does look ill, actually. He looks freaking sick. Great, fantastic pedal. You heard it on all the guitars at the beginning of the video, and I really enjoyed playing through it. It's got some really unique features. It's tough to do anything unique with an overdrive these days, but these guys have done it. There's a voltage selector switch, okay? So you can switch the pedal from 30 volts to 15 volts to 3 volts. And all this while running off of a standard 9 volt DC type power adapter. So there's obviously some cool internal trickery circuitry going on that allows you to bump the voltage all the way up to 30 volts with this switch. So the effect that that high voltage has on your sound, on the sound of a pedal, is that the pedal will have more headroom, just be bigger sounding, more amp-like, more responsive. And if you want to switch down to the lower voltage settings and get kind of a more typically pedal-like sound, you can do that if you want. But I love the great big sound that comes out of this pedal with lots of headroom. It sounds very amp-like to me, and I like pedals that sound amp-like. If you know me, you probably know that by now. Some of the other cool things about it, there's a vintage or modern selector switch here that just gives you two different voicings. In the track at the beginning of the video, I used the vintage setting for all the guitars except for the last solo bit, and that was in the modern setting. And you'll notice that it has a little more sizzle, it's a little more of a scoop sound, so it's cool. You've got two voicings there. And a very full EQ section on this pedal. You've got bass, treble, and presence controls for the EQ. And one thing I should mention that's really great about the pedal is that you can kind of put everything at 5 and start there, and it sounds great, and I love that. Unity gain on the volume seems to be at about 5. And the EQ sounds great, set at 5. I love that you don't have to do anything extreme with any of the settings in order to get the pedal to just sort of sound good right off the bat into your amp. Okay, so let's check it out with some different amps and guitars. The 30 volt overdrive from Freaking Sick Electronics. Okay, so I'm plugged into my Sur SL68. It's like a Plexi 100 watt style amp. Here's my tone. Okay, set pretty clean. Turning on the 30 volt overdrive. I got all the controls on about half except the drive, which I've got down low because I want to start with some of the lower gain tones this pedal can do, and I got it in 30 volt mode. Okay, so just turning the pedal on and off there, so you can hear with everything on about 5, it's unity gain and it sounds great. It's real balanced. It's a great kind of rhythm grind, maybe for something like Okay, so let's check out the voltage switch now. You can hear how the pedal's real tight and responsive and got lots of headroom. It's got that nice chunk to it, just like a distortion channel of a nice amp. Switch it all the way down to the 3 volt mode now on the voltage switch. Okay, it's a cool tone. It's less sort of responsive and punchy, you know, you can just hear how the sound closes down a little bit, gets a little bit smaller, but it might be nice for some things, you know, that softer kind of. Okay, back up to the 30 volt. It's just a bigger sound. And where you really will notice this voltage switch having effect, I find, is on the neck pickup when you're playing on the low strings. So here's the 30 volt. Okay, I'm going to switch down to 3 volt. Okay, just for a minute I'm going to bring the gain up to about 5 and check out what it sounds like in 3 volt mode. Okay, I'm going to go back up to 30 volts. Okay, so you can hear how the pedal really responds like an overdrive channel of a great amp in 30 volt mode. But if you want it to sound more like you know, one of your favorite other overdrive pedals, you can do that by switching down to the 15 volt or the 3 volt mode and get some cool different sounds. I really love that 30 volt setting for all that headroom. Sounds great to me. So all the examples so far feature the 30 volt overdrive running into an amp set clean. So I wanted to get an amp kind of crunchy and then boost the crunch tone with the 30 volt overdrive for kind of a liquid sustainy lead tone. So here's the sound of my Sir Badger 30 set crunchy. It's kind of a warm crunch tone and hitting the 30 volt overdrive. So it's a real warm, sustaining, fat kind of lead tone with a 30 volt overdrive, and I dig it a lot. It sounds cool. Single notes stay nice and fat up high, which is nice. They don't get screechy. Alrighty then, thanks for watching my video on the Freaking Sick Electronics 30 volt overdrive. I think it's a great pedal. It'll cover your overdrive needs nicely, I'm sure. Check these guys out at freakingsick.com, and until next time, I am Pete Thorn, and I bid you farewell.